Well, it's not Let's Set the Tone, but it is The World According to Tone. Welcome back, everybody, to a hangout session. As always, like these great World According to Tones are. Clearly, I still need to update my intro, and I was just telling Jay I was going to do that soon, but I still haven't gotten around to it because, we procrastinate 99.9% of the time, and that's what we're supposed to do. So it's good to have everybody here. I appreciate it. If you're watching this live or post here, excited to be able to do this. I really just need to kind of chill and have a great conversation tonight and have a fun conversation tonight. And of course, that couldn't be done properly if I was necessarily doing that with myself. But that means, of course, I got to bring somebody else in here to have some fun. And it's usually somebody that I have a lot of fun with. So the one and only Jay Hova, welcome, my friend.
Ooh,
good to see you as always.
Yes. Oh, man. Let me tell you, as great as this last weekend was, I would walk maybe like 3 or 4 booths, and I was like, why isn't Tone here so that we can geek out on this shit together?
I know. Trust me. So it was really tough since I had company in the weekend here. We were busy. We were clowning, doing some stuff and having some fun, but it was definitely tough when I would get texts or I see updates from you. I'd be like, damn it. I should be at Zolo Con. But unfortunately.
Oh, my buddy Holston Warlock just popped in. What is up
welcome.
There may be a picture of you in
cool.
that we're going to be sharing. Wholesome Warlock's a member of the Purple Gang. Those guys are savage AF, man. Those guys are fantastic. They're funny. They're witty. I don't know if you've ever gotten to check out their YouTube. There's so much good toy content out there, but they are definitely fun to watch.
Okay, so you're telling me and putting me on the spot, I need to watch them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. Yeah. And of course, I've got my better half out there already keeping tabs on me. So Britt's already out there watching. So,
speak of amazing, there she is herself.
Yeah.
I'm sure Rooney's over in the other room watching too. So you know.
Yeah, we got to have our better halves around somewhere. Keep us in line. So
yeah.
But yeah, so you had the funnest of funs. I've seen pictures, I've seen posts, and boy, oh boy, as much fun as I was having, I was definitely feeling a little FOMO, a lot of FOMO, actually. I'll be real honest, especially after some of the post conversations and some of the pickups that you've hinted at or some of the things I've seen. So, so first of all, how long is that drive for you? I feel like I've asked this, but I feel like I, of course, never remember.
So it was 8 hours and 15 minutes if you could drive straight there. You know what I mean? But you got to stop at least once for gas along the way. But it wound up being like 19 hours and 20 minutes, which for me, like having been in the Army for 8 years and having to drive from like Ohio to Texas and Colorado to Iowa, like to visit family and everything, like a 9-hour car ride, like that's a breeze, especially if you got some tunes, you got a good buddy to hang out with. And so I took the kiddo with me, and it was just me and her the whole weekend.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. I did not get a picture of her big pickup, but like she managed to get one of her 4 biggest grails this weekend.
Really? So got a grail even?
Yeah, she got a grail like right off the shelf for herself. Yeah.
No shit. That's pretty fucking big. That's cool to be there for a grail pickup. Damn.
Yeah. Like she literally was like, Dad, I need to get out of here before I spend any more money. And I was like, you got it. And so Like I ran her back to our hotel, and then I came back to the convention because she was like, this is it. Like she was like, I can't find another one. Like because then I'm just gonna be sad that I don't have the money for it. And I was like,
Yeah.
all right, respect.
Right. That's some respect. Well, dang. Can we know what the Grail is? Is that something we can have
Yeah,
shared?
absolutely. So she collects many different things,
Yeah.
including Savage Crucible coins and stuff, right?
Nice.
Her grail, though, that she found was a monster high Gulia figure, and like it's Gulia with like the Flash's powers, and so like she literally on the car ride there was like, "These are my top 4 wants right now for my collection."
Oh
And this
man.
Gulia on rollerblades with super speed was number 2, and so like yeah, she walked me over the booth. She was shaking, and I mean, we've all been there. You know
Yeah.
what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
When you see
Absolutely.
your grail and you got somebody
Hmm.
like you're like, oh look,
Yep,
yeah,
yep. Matter of fact, ironically enough, and you can tell her this too. I was just telling a story this weekend about one of my grails that's up there on the wall back there. That about 10 years ago or so, or it might have been longer now at this point. Just happened to be at a Comic Con, and I eyeballed it and saw it, and I was like, The day later, I came back because I think I was there on a Saturday and a Sunday. Came back, and the guy was like, "I'll cut you a deal," and it saved me some more money on it. And I picked it up, and it was like. So I get it. I get it. That's awesome. That's awesome. And
yeah,
cons. I feel like cons are a good setting for that sort of thing too. I feel like good chance you
oh
can
yeah,
end up picking up a Grail
absolutely,
at one of those, right? Yeah. Cool. Cool. So so we got a Grail find there. So have at it, man. Like I'm excited to hear all about Zolo Con because, like I said, I was you were giving me updates. I think we even had to do a phone call at one
yeah,
point. So
like oh yeah, it was insane. Like there was just so much to see, and like one of the things that I love about these more modern conventions is like from a nostalgia point, you're going to see a lot of Hasbro, you're going to see a lot of
yeah,
Mattel, you're going to see Kenner, RIP, Cincinnati based company, RIP Kenner. But
R.I.P. Connor.
yeah, like uh, for me, it is all about those connections. Like
Hmm.
Wholesome Warlock and I, we've changed exchanged messages before. We've gotten into heated debates online, but like I think this is only the second time I've ever seen him in person. You know what I
Oh
mean? And so I
dang.
was like, picture snap. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
it was so amazing. And then being so new to content creation, seeing those creators that inspired me to get into content creation, especially those toy tubers, like that was fantastic. And then all of my favorite independent companies were there, and they all had exclusives, and every exclusive this year really felt like everybody brought their A game.
Dang.
So for me it's really about that community, and it's really about getting to you know because right now I couldn't name one Hasbro employee or one Mattel employee, you know
Sure.
what I mean? But like
Mhm.
I can name a couple people that work for Valverse. I can name a couple people that work for the Four Horsemen. I can name a couple people that work for Harbinger Studios, and I consider them at least friendly acquaintances, if not true blue friends. So,
Sure, sure,
yeah,
sure. And so one question I was thinking of is
yeah.
like, and I feel like I didn't ask this either. Is this like a convention center? Like how big scale is Zolo? Is it more of a smaller scale? Is it in a hotel? I guess I really don't know.
Okay,
I
yeah,
know IshCon's in a hotel typically, right? So I know
yeah.
what that might look like, but what does Zolo look like?
This was in the basement of Valley Forge Casino in
Oh,
King of Persia, which
okay.
daughter's 18, and like we walk in and she hears like all of the stuff going off, and she's like, "Man, gambling looks fun," and I'm like, "No, it's horrible. Stay away from it. Let's go buy toys."
No
You know
fun.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to throw my money into a machine to hear a couple of pretty bells. I want to throw my
Hmm.
money at somebody and get a cool piece of plastic out of
Right.
it.
Right. 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 Yeah. I don't.
and
The
and for
gambling.
me, like the pickups are so about the connection.
Hmm.
Like you picked up a figure for me on BBTS that I couldn't pick up for myself. So now when I get that figure from you and I set it on the shelf, like it's not just the figure. It's man, Tone bent over
Hmm.
backwards to make sure that I got that figure in hand, and
Right. Well,
yeah,
the least I can do, since this will be the second time that by way of your actions, I'm able to get something that I need from a con as well too,
Right,
so,
right. But that's
but,
what we do.
yeah,
And
yeah.
when I was on Let's Set the Tone, I said that it was all about community.
Mm,
And if you're not contributing to the community, what the hell are we doing?
right, right. I
And
mean, yeah.
that brings me to a cool story. So Savage Crucible on Saturday was really starting to like cook, and they were starting to sell out of stuff. They only had like one case of the convention exclusive figure, which we'll talk about a little later, left. And like this kid, I don't know how old he is, right? And I didn't want to ask too many questions, but he comes through the line. He gets a Jaeger, which I mean, top five.
Yeah,
Jaeger's
solid
top
solid grab right away. Yeah, yeah.
Right, right. And then he gets Veterus Rapex, which I think is highly underrated with that
Very,
red
very
ball.
underrated figure.
Yeah.
God damn, is that, yeah.
And then he gets a pack of Savage Stands, and that's almost everything that's left. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
he got one of everything that was left. He grabbed the last Jaeger off the thing. And so I paused his mom real quick. I was like, hey, here's my Facebook, shoot me a message. And when I get home, I'll take a little bit, put together a care package for him, and I'll just mail it to you guys, no charge, no nothing. Because like right now, I have 4 or 5 shadow slates that are still sitting in the box waiting for inspiration to strike.
All right.
What are the
Really?
chances? Yeah. What are
Huh.
the chances that kid's gonna get access to a shadow slate? You know what I mean? I've
Yeah,
got
you're right.
a couple of other figures floating around from wave 1 and wave 2, and it's like, you know, while they would do me some fun, like if I don't get that next generation ready, sometime around when you and I hit our 50s and 60s, because of how close we are in age, like that's over. Like there's not gonna be toy companies left,
Mm-hmm. You're
and
right.
so
Yeah.
it, building that community and like seeing the look on his face while he was playing with the loose ones that were on the table, like it just took me back to my childhood.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. That's real cool.
Yeah.
Um, let's talk about those slates you got in the box. What's up with that? I'm just kidding.
The shadow slates, yeah. Yeah. The two that you've already painted aren't enough.
No,
No,
it's
no.
never enough. Actually, I don't know. I'm gonna finish the pink boy over here this week or soon. That's my goal before I start working on the other projects that I need to paint around here, which is more about scenery at this point that I'm gonna focus on. But it's a massive undertaking to repaint an entire Savage Crucible figure. I've decided it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot
Yeah.
of work.
It is. It's a lot of
Just
work.
saying, it's a lot of
And,
work. But they're great figures for using as a canvas too.
yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool. That's good of you to do that too. And I mean, obviously, their product caught his eye, right? I mean, if he's
Right.
picking up, he's grabbing stuff. I mean, how'd the stands go? Like, were people snagging those up too? Because
Deluxe dungeons were gone before me and the
oh
kid
yeah,
made it to the booth on Saturday.
yeah, I
Now,
bet.
I will say, you know me, right? Like they said 2 per household, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had the kid with me. I could have snagged 4,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody would have batted an eye. But I was like, no, I'm gonna get one in my hands now. I'm gonna get one in Tone's hands
Yeah,
now.
be at the
And
website.
right, they're gonna go up
Mm-hmm.
later this year. I mean, the Harbinger Studios crew always tells us like, hey, they're dropping here. They're gonna be
Right.
available on the website. We're gonna tell you when they drop. And like, have you had a problem finding any figure since you started collecting?
I mean, no. I mean, no. I'm
Right,
no.
right.
It's all
And
good.
now, granted, I hooked you up with a Savage, like the original Lumerian Savage.
That's
That
true.
and
That's
that one
true.
is tough to get.
He's a
Um,
centerpiece to my figures too over here.
right.
So
But like,
yeah.
I got you the Imperial Century. That was at
Mm-hmm.
retail. You got
Mm-hmm.
yourself the Royal Guard. That was at retail. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's plenty of time to get these figures. And so to see people like sitting there trying to break the rules, because I got in Friday night too. Like
Right.
I was ultimate VIP. I hit those booths as soon as I could, and I got one of everything that I could that I wanted. And I didn't go beyond that as far as that stuff goes. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
really thought about a second deluxe dungeon, but I'm like, no, because if I take a second deluxe dungeon when I can just buy it on the website, I might be depriving somebody of their first.
Yeah, yeah, I like that you think like that too. And how many? Because that's the way I was looking at it too. Because I like, if, as you recall, I didn't even ask for two of the drop figures because that's my mentality too. I'm like, I just need one at the very least. If I ever want another one, I'll get it to the website later. I don't want to like because they said there's going to be limited stock. Like, I just feel like I don't want to. I don't know. I main same mentality. I don't want to be. I'm not a scalper. Clearly, I'm going to use it, but at the same time, I don't want to like minus one for somebody who really just wants a figure.
Right.
So deluxe dungeon. Matter of fact, do you? How many of those did you get first wave? Do you own just one, or do you got
I
multiple?
only own one deluxe
Okay,
dungeon,
okay,
so
cool, cool.
right behind me, the toy shelf is gonna be
Mm-hmm.
going through a major rehaul over the next
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks to include two dioramas that me and Rooney are gonna make together.
Sweet.
Yeah, and it's gonna go through an overhaul, and these spaces fit 11 of the stands in each square.
That's awesome.
And
That's
so,
awesome.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so, like, the Lumerians are going to have two shelves,
Mm-hmm.
and the humans slash Therians are going to have two
Cool.
shelves. And then once wave three hits, I pray that they have new stands coming.
Yeah, they could do some really sweet stands for the fish boys if they had like,
Yep.
what looked like driftwood or like some of the crazy like things you'd see in the aquarium, like the seaweeds and shit like that.
Yeah. I thought it would be interesting for them to do sand for wave three and wave
That's
four, like they did the stones for wave one and wave two. I was like,
definitely.
yeah, and so you put some of the peg hole fillers in there, like the skulls and stuff from the dungeon. You
Mm-hmm.
put some like cacti in there, or you put
Scorpions, little
yep,
scorpions.
right, or then you switch it out to regular like lobsters and little like pieces
Oh
of coral,
yeah,
and so like
yeah,
their deluxe under the sea slash
yeah.
desert pack
Could be
would
pretty
be
interchangeable.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. I do have two deluxe dungeons now, though. I had to get me I had to get me another Komodo boy. He was lonely. He was lonely. This figure alone, by the way,
Yeah.
is absolutely incredible. They could have sold this separately for like $10, and I'd have bought a couple of them. It's just
Right.
a great figure. It's so articulate and it looks so good. I know they talked about it on the on one of the streams when Nikki was open hers, but like I'm not kidding you. Like these guys are very photogenic as well too. And if you watch at everybody's that's got the stands or the deluxe stands,
Mm-hmm.
they never like always make it a focal point, but you can always see a Komodo in there, like just kind of
Yep.
slinking around or something like that.
Yeah.
It's
Just
awesome.
wait until they release their own little like goblin scale or whatever they're gonna call it, like
Hmm.
little guys gnomes or whatever,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna freaking make a saddle for that Komodo dragon for a little gnome dude with its little red
Hmm.
cap to ride
Man, you know what? Maybe I should probably get hold of Rob and give him a couple ideas. But I want at some point, if let's say they do like subterranean right people or something crazy like that, like Underdarkish, right, themed like that.
on. Yep.
Nobody does like a lot of like mushroom figures, action figures, and I think mushrooms are gnarly. And when you do them in like as figures, I know in D&D, I can't think of their name, what they're called off the top of my head. It begins with an M, but like they're such a cool race of creatures. Like, could you
Mm-hmm.
imagine like doing like different looking like 2 or 3 packs of like smaller like mushroom people figures or something like that? That'd be fucking sweet.
Only if Nikki paints it, dude. Because I'm
Oh
telling you,
yeah,
like, I don't
yeah.
know what it is. Like when I was at the Savage Crucible booth, I told her about our last dungeon banter where we were talking
Hmm.
about Wave Three, and I told her like my favorite's the Dreadnought, and she's like, oh, that's the one I painted in the wave, and I was like,
Yeah.
of course it is,
Right,
because
right, right, right.
Momo was my Wave One favorite,
Hmm.
and I fucking fell in love with the shield, and it was like, oh, Nikki, and
Hmm.
Rooney's such a big fan of Nikki's work too, which we'll get into that later too when we get into the
Yeah.
slideshow. But like, just
So talented.
uh, and they're sculptors, and I mean, oh god, the
I know.
storytelling, it's all amazing.
We're starting to sound like a couple of fanboys over here, but
That's
uh,
your name, not mine. Yeah,
still, either way.
yeah,
Yeah, no, that dreadnought is. I actually just brought it up. Just wanted to look at it one more time because it's also the armor on that man,
yeah.
and then when the mouth opens up, it's all blue and stuff. Like, dude, that looks so sick. I can't. I am so stoked for Wave 3
Mm-hmm.
that I've already got. pieces for a diorama I'm putting together. I'm ready. I'm ready for these guys to show up. So
I cannot wait to show you the customs that I'm planning for each of the 2 extra snake men that I got.
oh, nice.
So,
Okay.
so I bought 3 in, so
Yeah.
that I had 1 for each head, right? Like I had 1 body for each head, but
Yeah.
I've got armors lined up. I've got a whole bunch of stuff lined up to
Sick.
wait for. Like,
Sick.
yeah.
Yeah, that wave is going to be gnarly as well too, because the lizard boys, I love these creatures, and as we know, like, I've got a special one over here, kind of a nodding off to a snake boy, but man, I can't wait. I can't wait for that wave. I can't wait for it at all. So, well, let's see. Where do you want to take this? I mean, how do you want to continue to share your experience at Zolo Con? Like, do you want to talk about people you saw, or do you want to talk about things you picked up? Like,
Yeah,
the
so
where do you
I've
want to go?
actually got pictures lined up for you if you wanted to
You want me to
share
bring that
my
up?
screen. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Here, let's
So here comes the wholesome warlock first, man. Like,
there you
so yeah,
go.
so Jordan there, so amazing. Look, there's another purple gang member.
Lizard gang
What's up?
gang.
So I mean, I didn't get to run into Jordan and Van together,
Hmm.
but Van was the next slide. Like, oh god, these guys are so
Holy shit. Look
freaking
at this
fun.
beard.
I
Look
know,
at
dude.
that.
Doesn't that remind you of the one that I had before? Like my work made me chop that son of a bitch off.
I
Like
mean,
it.
that's pretty
That is,
close, but that's
yeah,
pretty epic. I don't know if we should be
yeah.
trying to be going after something that badass.
But like a couple of those guys got tattoos of that giant Skeletron Red Skull ship, like at
Nice.
the convention. Like, oh my god, so funny. And they're like, it's funny because like they are so freaking just down to earth and they're amazing guys. um Van hooked me up when I first got into toy collecting. He probably doesn't even remember, but I was like, hey, I'm new to this line and I'm looking for this. And like he was like, here you go, free o charge, like
Nice.
they're good people, man, and that's what I love is the community. And so I had Jordan, I had Van, then couple of famous toy tubers. There's the amazing himself.
There he
Like,
is.
oh my god, and it's funny because I have been accused of fanboying
Hmm.
and being
You?
toxically positive, which I don't even know what that means, but like you want to talk about toxic positivity. D literally signs out each one of his video with drink your water, guys. You know what I mean? And tells people to
Right.
be good to themselves and good to one another. Like, oh, so nice to meet him. And it was so nice getting to talk to him. Because that's only the second time I've met him. I met him at Titans back in October.
Right. Awesome.
Um, then Articulated Ninja Unmasked with the ladies from Find My Figures. Like, if you're not following the Find My Figures ladies on Instagram, they are like so amazing. They cover so much stuff, imports, domestics, and like when they do their figure photography, it is so good that it makes me jealous that I have no talent for anything in the collecting community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, our Articulated Ninja catches a lot of flack because he speaks his mind, which I do too. I just try to keep my criticisms a little bit lower than my praises, but he's such a good person. This was my first chance to get to meet him in person. I'd met the ladies of Find My Figures before, but he's another person that like watching him and watching his style, just like it's very different from D's,
Right.
but like the two of them really were inspirational into me for content creation because I was like, maybe nobody wants to hear what I have to say, but maybe they do. But I just want to share my love of the hobby and the community with the world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
We got some great comments out here too.
Yeah,
I'll
thank
toss
you
those real
guys
quick.
for showing up in the chat. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. It'll scrunch us up there too. Be good, do good, drink your water. Always drink your water. That's a tough one. I got to deal with Brit all the time too.
Does iced tea count? Iced tea is just water that's been
Iced tea
boiled.
definitely counts. I'm a super fan. So Says demazing the best, but not for him. I would have passed away from dehydration long ago.
Yeah.
Can't be having that. Can't be having that.
But
Can't
yeah,
be having that.
then let's see, Laser Pants from
There he
3POA.
is. Oh yeah. Oh
Oh man,
yeah.
like so nice, like
Mm-hmm.
so complimentary of the stuff that he has seen that I've done, and like very like humble about like some of my favorite moments that I talked about of his, like
Mm-hmm.
very down to earth. He bought this like giant, it fits a 6-inch figure, and I'm gonna say it fits a 6-inch Action Force figure, but it's like this giant mech suit that somebody had 3D printed, and it's got
Good
like
God.
swappable parts, and I was like, golly, like that is so cool, but I'm not quite there yet for my collecting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some of the mechs that you're seeing out in some of these toy runs out there are just I mean, I don't get down on like a lot of the smaller figs these days. I'm more just 112, but like Acid Rain, some of the stuff they put out and some of these mechs that I'm seeing, I'm like, my God, like it's hard not to want something like that. When I see a mech, I get really excited. But can you imagine like a how big was this mech that you're talking about? Was it
I
pretty
mean,
like,
like 14 to 16 inches tall. Like
oh,
this
that
thing
sounds
was,
so cool.
yeah, and he's just like walking around with it, and I'm like,
Right.
"You want a picture, bro?" Like I didn't get one earlier, and he was like, "Yeah, hey, Hedgehog Action, how's it going?"
What's
But like,
happening?
and all of these guys were totally cool. They were totally down to earth, and just let me fangirl out because like it was great getting to meet all of them because this was my first chance getting to meet Laser Pants. So
Yeah, man, dang. And he's East Coast guy too, right?
I don't know where he lives.
I'm trying to remember.
I really couldn't speak to that at all.
Right on, right on.
Uh, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just seeing. Thanks for everybody for popping in here. We appreciate seeing you here. Jay, you might be able to speak on to some of these folks
Oh
all
my
night,
god,
but
dude! The
hey,
whole Purple Gang is here. Like,
welcome,
yeah, so
welcome to
awesome.
my
I'm sorry
world.
that you guys missed the call out right at the beginning, but
Yeah.
the love and support that you're showing us is fantastic, and that is what, like I said earlier in the show, Tone, that is why I love this community, is because
Hmm.
if you stay positive and you love what you love and you love growing the community gives so much more back to us than
Hmm.
we could
Hmm.
ever hope to give.
I mean, it's hard not to just have fun doing something that you love, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Right.
Oh,
So
buddy, hey Eric, you are coming up, sir. You are coming up in the pictures.
appreciate seeing y'all.
Uh, But first, Jose Torres himself.
There he is,
Yeah.
the man, the myth, the legend.
Tone, you were like, you need a picture with Jose. I
Yeah.
need a picture of you with Jose. And so I think this might have been the first picture that I sent you of things other than the pickups
Yeah.
on Friday
It
night.
was. It
I
was. It
sent you
was.
the Friday night pickups, and then I was like, here's Jose, brother. Now leave me alone because I gotta be with my peeps.
Yep. No,
Yeah.
he's for those that don't know, he does a lot of customs and a lot of Savage Crucible customs, and he does awesome work. He is always on the grind, always producing something, always making something, always posting something. But just like you're speaking to when it comes to community, he is one of the nicest guys around. Like just from like back and forth comments on Savage Crucible group, man. Like just so kind. It was good that you were able to meet him. That was one of the reasons I was also really bummed I wasn't able to go to actually get a chance to meet him too. So
Curtis is here as well. Hey, welcome, Curtis. Good to see you, brother.
yeah.
Curtis actually does this amazing thing on his YouTube channel. I know you haven't really gotten into the mythics other than like the couple that I've shown you and
Mm-hmm.
and sent you, but he does this thing called exploded view, where he literally takes those figures beyond the point where they're supposed to be taken apart to
Ooh.
show you what is possible for customizing them. So like I highly recommend, like, if you want to check out one of his videos, just go find one where he blows up, like tears apart these figures and
I
then
love it.
shows you the way that they can swap even that they weren't meant to. It's amazing.
Okay. Okay, that's all I need to hear. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So now back to Jose. He had that commander, that General Kale, like out on the Savage Crucible table when we were doing the swap meetup. Like he
Oh,
was
nice.
there handing out the name tags and everything. And like, oh man, it's so inspiring. Like I know what it looks like when my paintbrushes touch a figure and it's not that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, but it is so inspiring that I still want to get out there and I want to do some of that.
Yeah, man. I feel like, when you see stuff like he produces, and like Gary is another one I can think of off the top of my head that always does a lot of stuff out there in the Savage Crucible crew. And even like now in Instagram, now I've been able to piece together who's who from the Savage Crucible group that just does toy photography on Instagram too, just from the figures, man. Just man, it's so inspiring just in general to see some of the work that everybody's doing, whether it is customs and photos or just photos or kit bashing, man. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on out there right now that man, just like every day I feel like I'm just hooked to the Instagram right now. So
Yeah. So like going back to Curtis for just a split second, like I was on the fence about that Ganesha, that elephant figure that I'd sent you pictures of, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure, uh, and like watching his exploded review of that figure, I was like, okay, there's so much potential here that I have to pick up one.
right.
Like and so like he talked me into it, but there's been a couple of times where like he's talked about certain figures, like their breakages and stuff, and it's like so so much good content for the community, especially for like newcomers to that line, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Jose was fantastic. He gave my kid a little Lindor ball. I think it was like raspberry cheesecake or something, and he was giving away a prize. I didn't win any of the prizes, but that's okay. Like that's not what I was there
Mm-hmm.
for. Like if I win something, great, but if I don't, like good on everybody else that wins.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Um,
awesome.
let's see. Next, we've got Eric himself. There he is. So funny story. Eric and I were supposed to do a trade like 3 months ago, uh, online, and like we both forgot, and like I was like, oh crap, and I messaged him. And he was like, "Are you going to Zolo?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Okay, well, we'll just do the swap there." And so, like, we met up and we were talking in line without knowing who the other person was. And we were having a good time and we were just clicking. And then when the name tapes came out and we got to meet, it was so great. Like,
That's funny.
yeah. So I owe him the custom that I'm making out of Nash horn. So I'm
Nice.
gonna tag him in the Savage Crucible Facebook group when I get done. I'm using Savage Crucible parts and Mythic Legions parts to create a new figure out of Nash horn. So
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
yeah.
You want to share maybe something out of that, or you want to keep that secret?
Oh
You can
no,
keep
I
that close
want
to
to
the
keep
chest.
it totally secret. I want to make
Okay.
sure that when I send that to him, like he
Mm-hmm.
gets to see it.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Fair enough. I don't like
oh, and
secrets, but
then
fine.
I didn't get a picture with Church, but him and I were chatting in line, and he had those free little mugs to give away. And I'm like, literally, I was standing 5 feet away from this dude, and we were talking. But because I didn't know what he looked like yet, like it wasn't even on my mind. I was like, oh crap, like holy shit, like and so I messaged him. I was like, hey, I missed you. And he's like, I got a couple more left, not a problem. Well, we could never link back up over the weekend, so it is what it is. Like those mugs are really cool, but
They
like
are.
I'm sure I will get another opportunity at them later. Wow, Billy Beige Customs is here, another great toy tuber.
What up?
Man, this
Welcome.
is amazing. Like,
Good to see y'all. Appreciate you
guys,
popping
my
in
my
here.
heart is full getting to see you guys all in here popping comments and liking and sharing. I
Yeah.
really appreciate all of
We
you.
absolutely do. 100%. 100%. All right. Any more photos? I'm
Oh
excited.
yeah,
This is great. Keep going. I'm
Bobby
excited for you guys.
Bala, the man
Oh
that
yeah.
made the,
There you
the
go.
the new black figure standing right there, the standee behind us. Action Force. I know that I have like talked your ear off about it, but
yeah.
like
Yeah.
the Vanguard sitting there, the new weapons gear tin is sitting there. It's got the 3 POA down here on it. Like, oh, and this black figure, I'm telling you, Tone,
Yeah.
you need to save and you
Yeah.
need to listen to me when they drop, you need to buy one. You
Okay.
will love him.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you what I popped that head on, but I will tell you, you have a figure that I popped that head on
You
to
son of
try
a
it out.
gun. I knew you were gonna
Yeah.
say something like that too.
Yep.
I knew you were gonna
Um,
say something like that.
so fun. The pirate hat's removable. The cape is not only really wired well, but like it has a hood on it, which I think he should have shown that off when like because that hooded cape alone is like worth the cost of
Man.
entry. It's so good.
Yeah. Which one did you get the glow in the dark one?
I did not. I got the standard
No.
one, so I was really, really happy because
Yeah,
like
yeah. I know you were
I
talking
like
about that.
glow in the dark stuff, but like he just when he popped him up on the his talk on the Valverse channel, like when he showed that, I was like, that is everything that I wanted in a modern pirate, but like real heavy and leaning into the fantasy, like
Mm-hmm.
and the Black's backstory is so cool, and the tentacles are purple. So, like, I'm sure the Purple Gang tried to figure out how to buy more of them because, I mean, that figure cooks on so many levels. It's so good.
Nice,
Um,
nice,
but
nice.
he was super nice. He had a bunch of warehouse stuff, like warehouse finds, out of production stuff, and so I got there Friday night, but he was limiting everybody to one per, like one out of stock item,
Oh
and
shit.
that's it. Like
Makes
that's like
sense. It makes
right.
sense.
And I mean, what better way to serve the community? But like, hey, I'm sorry, like you can come back tomorrow, but I'm not gonna sell you like two. I want to make sure that everybody gets the hands. So I actually picked up. I'm gonna share it now, even though we're gonna have a slide of it later. But I picked up Pandora, like and this was a character that my kid, when the line first came out, she was super excited about.
Dope.
Like she's got the Glasgow smile, the tattoos and stuff. Like so, like it, and that was the thing. It's like I was like, man, like I really want to get that so that the kid could, have that because like when we first discovered the Action Force line, like the females in Wave 3 were like gone almost. I think that's only the fourth female figure that I've gotten out of Wave 3 because they were just gone so fast.
No kidding.
But he was super nice. Talked about the Black with me for a little bit and just really like super happy to get in on the ground floor with those first four figures because they're going to be really really good. And then he had like poker chips that say like doubloons on them.
Oh, let me pull that up. Hang on. Let me pull it up.
Yep. I'll hold it up. I'm sure everybody in the
Sick.
chat got to see these if they didn't, but and it's got the Valverse logo on the back. And then he had these challenge coins. Oh, dude, like look at that.
Dang.
Yeah, I am so
You
so
love the coin stuff. I know you're a really
I
big
do.
fan.
I've got Conan the Barbarian coins. I've got Lord of the Rings coins. Like
Yeah,
I love those, and they go really really well with like
that's
when
cool.
I go cosplaying out at the Ren
Right.
Fair. So like having those jingles in your pocket and being able to be like, "Do you take gold?" You know what I mean? Like just totally yucking it up for fun. But I mean, Bobby was incredibly nice.
Cool.
We talked, and Jordan, I didn't get a chance to take a picture with him, but man, he was hustling his ass off at that Valverse booth. Like they were just selling stuff left and right.
Really good. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think everybody sold out of their convention exclusives on Saturday unless they held back inventory for Sunday.
Really?
And it was nuts. But next picture, now we're gonna get into some of the booths for some of the
Before
go
you
ahead.
address this, I got to point out that I can understand we're leaning to the right now that his shoulder arms have been shaved. So I understand that reference because I've got
Do
hairy
you?
arms.
I don't get it. Like
Yeah,
what?
I get that. That's tough.
It,
Arm shaving.
oh,
It's arm
okay.
shaving, man. It's big stuff.
Who shaves, dude? Like you gotta let that
Not in the summertime, bro. You know what it's like in the summertime being a furback? No.
I do know what it's like.
Awful.
You know what it's like? It's like being a man.
No,
like
man.
being a woodsman. You know what I mean?
Or it's like being 5 degrees hotter everywhere you go. Everything you do
Right,
sucks.
but it just shed naturally. Like
Shed
be a
naturally.
man, be a man.
No way. My back looks like a fucking like the blanket you put down on a horse saddle. You know? No,
Yeah,
no, it's awful. Sucks.
mine. I will say sometimes I wish that I could just shave it into a really weird shape every once in a while, just to
Yeah.
like surprise people when I get the shirt off.
Do maybe or just do like the Winter Soldier star or something. That'd be pretty
Oh,
sick.
Billy Bays, were you one of the other guys that got the Skeletron tattoo? Like,
I think
oh
that's
my
what they're
god,
talking
that was
about. Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
I told you, man, like
Voltron.
that is hardcore right there. And you're talking
Yeah.
to somebody that has like half of his tattoos are geeky tattoos. I
That's
was even
dope.
showing off my geeky tramp stamp to dudes, because they look like they needed to laugh.
Pop Funko Pop Joker.
Yep, Funko Pop Joker. You got it.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. All right, now
But
continue. Okay, sorry. I
yeah,
saw the arm shaving that completely distracted me for a
no,
moment.
you're good, man. As long as you don't mind if we roll a little bit over an hour tonight, I'm good. I could
Oh
talk
yeah,
for
yeah,
two
that's fine.
hours about this stuff, but I'm trying to be cognizant of
I
everybody's
just
time. We got work tomorrow.
oh shit.
First tattoo ever at a toy convention. And
What?
and you see that, Tone? Like that's what I'm talking about, dude. Like that is the fandom that we are lucky enough to be a part of. Like, you know
Man,
what I mean?
that's a lot cooler than getting your first STD at a con though too, to be fair. So, that's awesome. Kudos.
I'll
Kudos.
let you speak to that one because I don't know about that one.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah. So this next one is Galactic Valor, and these should be coming soon. I believe Nikki painted one of these figures,
Oh, dope.
and they are very, very like, I don't want to say that they copy anything, but like they feel like they would fit in with your Star Wars Black Series. They would fit in
Okay.
with your Cosmic Legions. Obviously, like the swappability or anything like that for
Mhm.
customizers may be difficult, but like they just feel like they fit into that cosmic space very, very well. I
Right.
mean, they got like lizard dudes, and I was really, really sad to find out that I'd missed out on that Kickstarter, but I fully plan on picking up 3 at least of the first figures out of the first wave. So um then this one I knew you'd be excited for, the dark occult
Well,
themed toys.
fuck yeah, dude. When you
Yeah,
sent that,
I
I was like,
like,
"Oh shit."
oh man, and I mean these guys were fantastic. If you didn't get the chance to see them and you were at the con, or if you weren't at the con, I'm trying to remember. Hold on one second. Let me look it up because I don't want to lead anybody astray here. Uh, Hazen House, Haxanhouse on Instagram. Like they have so many good photos of what these figures look like, and just like the Tide Realm Corsairs that you and I covered on Dungeon
Mhm.
Banner over on the 7D channel that I'm lucky enough to be part of, like I am fully planning on backing this Kickstarter. Like witches
Mhm.
on brooms, and cult members,
Yeah,
and
man, there's some
like
sweet stuff. I'm bringing it up over
cauldrons.
here too.
Yeah, like, oh, so good. Like I am so excited. And those guys were real down to earth, as most Satanists are, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm. Yeah, some sweet looking shit out there.
yeah, it was really, really cool. Let's see. Oh, and then there we go. The Savage Crucible booth. There's Nikki
There they
and
are.
Rob and Ren and Matt. And of course I can't forget Stell. Yeah, I
We
mean,
can. It's okay.
yeah, you can forget Stell. I can't forget
I've never
Stell.
even
Like,
heard of him. Not even
yeah,
know who that guy
I
is.
mean, you tell when you tell a studio member that like you want to take a picture with them, and they're like, I want a picture of you two on my phone. Like,
Mhm.
Stell was so amazing. Like, it was. I mean, the whole crew was. Don't get me wrong, but like, they're just so gracious, and they were so fun to hang out with. And I did not mean to wear a pink shirt the same day that they
I was
unrolled
gonna say
the
that
shirt.
was pretty funny to
Like,
see that. I was like, damn, did he get a staff shirt?
No, I'm not that lucky. And like Rob's got two massage therapists there, like adjusting his studio members while they're working. Like, you know,
What a
just
guy.
yeah, he's a great guy.
What a
And
guy.
I mean, like I said, the whole team was just. I talked to each one of them for at least 15 minutes individually,
Right on.
and we talked about the new blind bags, both the black ones and the gold ones, and the massage booth. Oh my god! Oh wow!
That's wild. That was right inside their booth, or was it like adjacent?
No, that's behind their booth. Like they had the like upcoming stuff, and then right where you see the hat start, you can see
Yeah.
General Kale down there at the bottom. Well, you're covering him up right now with your big head, but
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Well,
Jose had the raffle tickets and his customs out there, and then that was the line to sell stuff. And I mean, like that was almost completely gone by this
dang.
time. By the time we took this photo, they had almost nothing left to sell. They had a couple
That's
of Collegiate
awesome.
Legends figures, a couple of Savage stands, and then like maybe two or three figures left, like for Saturday. And good for them and good for
Yeah.
the community. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. No, that's great to see. That's great to hear that all around. It seems like there was a lot of people there. Seems like a lot of the booths were getting some attention from some of the stuff you alluded to as well. But
Yeah.
we get a little extra love here for Savage for sure. And um, was I don't think he was, but was Frankie there at all?
No, not that I saw. I did
Damn.
not see Frankie there because I totally would have snagged a picture with Frankie. A couple of times I've talked to him, been real great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zolo Con was really sweet. Like, uh,
They had
I'm telling you, Tone. Like when I told you, like, oh man, Titan Toy Expo was awesome. Zolo Con was awesome too.
yeah.
Um, and so very similar vibes, but Titan feels a little bit more uh focused.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of people there that were just there to buy stuff. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that good on them if that's their only part in the hobby. But like, yeah,
Well, I mean that's awesome, man. Billy's out here saying that they had tattoo booths, massage tables, hot
hmm
dogs,
yeah,
drinks, and it was swanky. And that is a word that we appreciate a lot around here. So that's the kind of those are the kind of things that I want there. Is that more photos still? Did
yeah.
I
There's still just a few more. We're
Oh
almost done.
well let's my bad. I thought
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
thought
We'll
we
we'll
were
click on through them real quick. Should be like 5 more minutes.
right.
So Saturday they started putting out some of the items that were in the blind bags on the figures. So like, Nashhorn there is holding out that amulet. Hey, good night, Savage Ren.
No, he's saying hello. Good
Oh,
evening.
he's saying
That's
hello. My bad.
that's I believe that's Ren.
Yeah, that is Ren. Yeah,
Clearly, Ren.
absolutely.
Ren.
Yeah,
See, I figured it out. I'm two and two together here.
yeah.
Smart guy. Smart guy. Good to see you,
Then
dude.
there's Excalibur with another amulet, a different amulet hanging off of it that Who Man's holding.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
my,
Oh shit. Who let
of
this guy
course,
in?
Sel.
Who let that
Sel,
guy in?
I just gave you nothing but love, bro. Like it's not my fault you missed it. Like,
I didn't. I didn't at all.
then Nashhorn's holding that great sword that Rob and the team had teased earlier, but he's holding it like a baseball bat. Like, Warrior
Yeah,
Ball and Chain decapitating a royal guard.
dude. The new stuff coming in these figures, bro.
Oh, I know. And I will pause before I get to what was in my blind bags and
Mm-hmm.
and let people jump because that's gonna be close to the end anyways. I made sure they were two out of the three last slides in case anybody doesn't want to know what's in the blind bags and they've been avoiding Facebook because I mean some people were posting that shit like 5 minutes after
Right
it went out.
away.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
was like, man, can't we keep some of the mystique for people that can't make it to the show? Like, I was really hoping you would get to open yours and see something that wasn't here. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah, and it's hard. I think part of that just comes from the excitement too. But I know what you mean. Like I'm not good with like secrets and spoilers. Like I ruin stuff all the time. I've seen some of the stuff out there. There's definitely a sword I saw and I was like, "Oh my god, that's so cool." Like, "Oh my god, I want that so bad." But a lot of the other stuff that you're seeing that I've been seeing is just pretty neat, so
Yeah.
for sure.
So then the last one from the booth pictures is the Almighty Legends Angel. They had one of those on displays with the packaging sample. And dude, let me tell you, the fact that they are on that Harbinger Studios buck, I was already in for a couple of those figures.
Mm-hmm.
I may have pre-ordered in a little bit of a
Mm-hmm.
little bit overboard
Yeah.
because like the different skin tones, the wings, the
Mm-hmm.
armor pieces that this is going to open up for us, and another member of the Purple Gang is on their way.
Yep. Yep. And I certainly pre-ordered one as well too. The wings are a huge draw for me. Huge
Yeah,
draw.
those
So
wings
cool.
are awesome.
So cool.
So now we are into my major pickups. I didn't photograph everything, but like some major stuff that I picked up. So obviously, Ultimate VIP, you chose between Grim the Executioner or the Night of the Living Dead. Um, I am a fan of Night of the Living Dead, but like, I just like 18th inch, or 18th scale action figures, 5 POAs. Like, I'm really kind
Mm-hmm.
of picky on that scale. So I went with this guy because I already had a custom in mind for him. But I wanted to kind of put these together and share them on my Instagram because
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a lot more toy community focused, and I wanted people to be able to like see this guy in hand right away and kind of make their calls to their friends like, hey, if you can get me a second one, get me one. So Warrior was a surprise there. The non-Legions Con version of him was on the table. All of the Legions Con exclusives, their non-con exclusives, were on the table. And so I messed around and put the Warrior the way I wanted to have him. And I actually already picked up a figure to uh, put together the Revenant out of the parts that came
Right.
with this figure, so that way I didn't have to buy two of them. You know what I mean? Because like
Mm-hmm.
I already, you know me, like there. When I had Como in my hands, I was like, I can't wait to do this and this and this with him. And then like Nashorn, I was like, I can't wait to do this, this, and this. I'm always thinking about how to incorporate these guys into my own personal mythos and my own personal toy
Mm-hmm.
collecting world. Uh, so Legendary Warrior, the figure that was a lot of talk before the show. I'm not going to get into the drama of it. Um, I really like what you like, you collect what you collect, and all of that like IP stuff. Like that is for dudes that don't give a shit about toys to figure out. Like, we're fans, we pick up what we like, we skip what we don't, we vote with our dollars. And she was a fun figure. I was sad by the two heads being gone, but uh, it is what it is. She was still really fun to play with. Like, my kid even picked it up and started messing with it.
Oh, nice. She did too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, then Koi, which debuted at Legion's Con. Hey Jesse, how's it going? Uh, so Koi was there, and that one was one that I was sad that I didn't go to Legion's Con when
Yeah,
they
you were. You
showed him
were.
as drop figure, because I am so about those different fantasy settings. And so like to see another fish boy coming so close to Savage Crucibles Wave 3, I was so excited. um and I had to get my hands on this one. Oh, here you go, my favorite wrestler.
Oh, you got a Raven?
Yes, yes. So the I forget what it is. Somebody put it in the chat. What's the name of the company? Is it ZSW? Uh,
Dang. I gotta blow up my screen just to get a better look.
but yeah, it's so cool. Little leather jacket is actual like pleather, the zippers,
Is it?
metal, like yeah. And
Wow.
I will tell you guys, if you are into this scale of wrestling figure, you are going to I talked to the owner, and you are going to want to follow really, really close in the next few months, because he is cooking up something fantastic for us. So
Sweet. Sweet.
that Lotus Flock versus Ravens Flock.
Depends on who pulls out the stop sign first.
Yeah, nobody beats Saturn in a leather dress. Nobody
That's
beats
true.
Saturn in a leather dress.
Yeah. God, man. Saturn was always my favorite of the flock.
Was he really? Yeah.
I mean, I love, dude, I love Raven. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of mad respect because he's one of your favorites too, because that's like a deep cut. But um, just the Rings of Saturn, bro. That was such a sweet move, and he
It
just
was. It was a real sweet move.
he sold it. Clearly, it's his move, but everybody else that got on the rings was also, selling it really well too. Just as kids, we would do that all the time. We'd wrestle in the living room after watching Nitro or whatever it is, and it was, that was one of the moves that people were trying to get everybody to tap out on, was the Rings of Saturn, bro. So too cool.
Yeah. Hey, Dead Man, what's going on, sir? Thanks for jumping in the chat
Hey,
and supporting us. Appreciate it. So then General Brown from
what up,
Monster
brother?
Force. I had multiple reasons to pick him up. So he's an Eagle Force character from back when I was collecting 118. Back when I was like, oh yeah, the smaller scale means more stuff in your collection, and that's not necessarily the case. It just means that now you can afford 2 TIE fighters instead of 1.
Yeah, depends.
But
Well, these days.
General Brown comes with like these extra heads, and they're I'm gonna say homages or tributes to other characters from the realm, but I've got ideas for all 3 of the other heads that he came with. So General Brown will stay General Brown in my little military world, but I can't wait to show you, Tone, what I'm going to do with the other 3 heads that he comes with.
Nice.
Then Valiverse had an Action Force Swarm Tracer there, so glow in the dark.
That's cool.
If you want to switch to me real quick, I'm trying to find a flight stand right now, because this is how I want to pose this guy. Like mid-flight, using the shield to guard his body from any shots coming from the ground. Like,
you can buy one of these. Actually, I got one if you want one. I got one of those SH figure arts, I would use with the horns and rays. You want one? Yeah, you can. I got a couple of.
You got an extra one for me?
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Just throw it in the box with you, the Big Bad Toy Store figure when it comes in.
Yeah, we'll do.
That'd be great.
We'll do. Yeah.
Then Pandora, like, super, super lucky to get to add her to the family collection. Just such a great character, and that's one of the things that I really appreciate about Action Force is, like, Bobby Vala starting Valaverse, like, he got the Action Force name and the IP, and he got a couple of the IPs, but he's really taken a brand that, like, is beloved all around the world for generations, literal generations, and he's put his own spin on it, and he's adding to the lore, and he's adding to the mythos, and for that, like, props to Valaverse, man.
I love that lore, and I love that mythos. It's always important.
Yeah,
huge
absolutely.
important to me.
So then the figure that you stupidly told me not to try to get you is next, the Black. Oh, so good.
I'm just being weary of my funds right now. That is literally a big piece of it right now. But now that I keep seeing it now, I know.
Do you see how it almost looks like those arms, like, and legs and head come out of that? Like, I was just messing around with a lamp in the hotel room and trying to position it, because I noticed that the gray shading on his chest and arms, I noticed that, and like the head looks like it's floating there with that angle on it. I was like, yes, this is awesome.
That's sweet.
Yeah. And then the figure that I imagine our fellow savages have been waiting to see. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. So Nikki Nicole was, she had a couple of her heads that she had painted available, and both Rooney and I are such huge fans of hers that Had to pick these up. She offered them to us at a great price. And so I popped those on Grim and the Warrior just to kind of mess around with them a little bit.
Sweet.
Yeah. But like the look on her face, I wish I had gotten to snap a picture of Rooney while she was messing with those heads when she first got her hands on them, because like she was checking out all of those little crystal clear details on the top of the one's head and flipping out about the helmet being removable on the other.
Of course. That's awesome
Oh
though.
shoot. Uh I think this is somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but at Lone Wolf Labs, Lone Custom Labs, somebody help me. They were selling these 3D printed forge sets for $25. Yes. $25 and you got all of those accessories, the brazier, the anvil,
that's fucking
the
sick.
hammer. Yeah, I know. Real sick. And of course I spoiled the last figure there in that photo. But it was just so cool. Lone Wolf, yes. The amazing. And Tone, I'm telling you, like I picked up their card. I'm pretty sure I got it into your box. If I didn't, I'll just give it to you when I see you. But
Sure.
like they've got dio pieces, they've got these accessory sets for dios. Yeah, Lone Wolf Labs, really amazing.
Great
Like
people too. They're all saying that's awesome.
yeah,
Hear that.
and see once again, it's that community. You know what I mean? Like $25 for those 3D printed pieces
That's awesome.
already colored, so like you can do more to them if you want, but like those are ready to pop in a dio now.
Yeah.
And that big meaty hammer is also part of that set too. So
that's great. That's a fantastic price for all that.
yeah. And then Brynjar right there is no spoilers for some of the stuff that I want to say in the future about this figure, but so fun. Like I will tell you, I got back to the hotel room Saturday and I had all this Saturday pickup stuff, and I still picked up this figure in the black and was messing with the two of them. They are how you do debut figures. Like I'm so excited to see what's next because of this figure and because of the black. I can't wait to see what those two companies do. They're cooking on a whole new level. Like
yeah, man.
So good. So I'm gonna say right now, like guys, like look away for the next 30 seconds because I'm gonna show what came in my blind bags.
If you don't want to know,
yep. If you don't want to know, I'll tell you when to turn your head back towards it. But that is what came in my gold blind bag.
Oh my god, that's sick. That is so cool.
I honestly like the amulets are all awesome, right? All the amulets were awesome, but seeing this, and I'd already picked up the Lone Wolf Labs table. I was like, oh, I can't wait to get home where my wizard chairs are that I picked up from Timothy Peak and the wizard's table, and like have a little gambling scene going on between Brynjar and Jaeger, because they're both exiled Therians. So like they're gonna meet up in a tavern and they're gonna gamble. So
that's awesome.
And then my weapons next, and this is the one I got, and I was like, I literally walked up to Rob on Saturday and I was like, you should have put these in as a pair. Because all I want is two of them now.
I know. You're not the only one I've seen say that too.
Oh, they're so good. Oh, the bird skull necklace. That is a good one. That is
I saw that heart or whatever too necklace.
Yeah, the heart. Like, there's like one that looks like a talon, like off of a dinosaur or a dragon or something.
Dude,
like they're amazing.
That's cool.
All right, and then last picture, guys, and then we'll go into the wrap up. But I just having a kid, especially one that is now a legal adult that is into the hobby with me, has has been so amazing. Like, we played Legos together. We played with my GI Joes together. We played with their Monster High dolls together, and watching her grow up into a young lady and sharing this adventure with her has been so awesome. But a big shout out to my partner, my better half,
There you go. That's
the
it.
love
That's
of
it.
my life,
There you go.
because I came home and we were geeking out on all the shit I picked up, and I kind of like I know her and I know what cooks for her, right? And so this is her with Brenner in hands. Like,
Oh, the excitement.
yeah, dude. She was like, "We need a second one." She's like, "Are they going to be at Toylanta? Or is this figure going to be at Toylanta?" Like,
Yeah.
just I mean, and so it was so awesome because like I come home from this road trip with the kid, and we're both so pumped, and to have a partner that shares that love with me, like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and was already talking about what she's going to do with those customs when she gets those parts in hand. Just it's so amazing. And so, you know, I have that saying, always have an attitude of gratitude, and I am so grateful that I get to share this hobby with my entire family, and it's
Yeah.
not just me.
That's epic, man.
Yeah.
That is epic. Awesome, dude. Well, I'm great. Great share with everything there. I really appreciate doing all the pictures. I appreciate clearly the enthusiasm. It was a lot of hard fun. Like I said, I was here being super deviant, drinking like a fish while you were out, bumping elbows with all the good folks in the toy community. So definitely what I was doing was a lot of fun, but
Right.
also can't always equate to those experiences of, you know, hanging out with people and meeting new people for the first time like that. So
Well, like we talked
it's
about
awesome.
on Let's Set the Tone when you did the interview with me, like
Hmm.
for me, it's all about that feeling, like you pick up that when I got the black in hand, and I literally opened up because it was blind box, so you didn't know whether you got the chase or not. But I opened that up and I looked at that front of the figure, and I was so happy that I didn't get the chase, that I got the painted version, which sounds horrible, but I mean, like, I literally would have traded it with somebody if I'd have gotten it like one for one swap. Um, but I got that figure in hand, and I caught myself like immediately as soon as the marvel of the figure was done, turning it around on the back to see like the file card, and if they were action points, or if he'd have changed them, what the art on the back of the card looked like. And I was like, oh my god, it's 1989, and I'm looking at version 3 Snake Eyes
All
in
right.
my local drugstore again, and that's what's so fun about staying in this hobby, is it keeps you young hearted
Mhm.
if you let it.
Uh,
It keeps that sense of wonder going.
it's funny too, and I do want to come to the chat, everybody. I really appreciate
Yeah.
everybody's interactions. It's amazing to see you all. And thank you for saying great show and all those things. I also really appreciate hearing that as well too. Somebody says they're a Popeye van. Yes, yeah, trust me, it doesn't take a whole lot to twist my arm for anything like that. But
Van, I am trying to drag this guy to Titan Toy Expo.
I will be at Titans
So
for sure this year. It is
uh
official.
and we're working on seeing if we can get to an earlier show together. Don't want to announce anything just yet. But uh god, yeah, Darla Ackerman is amazing. Like, yeah.
That's right, Dead Man. A lot of
Yes,
purple.
so much of the Purple Gang showed up for us tonight. But I mean, World Makers Consortium, the Savage Crew themselves,
Hmm.
just, oh, you
Yeah.
guys know that.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely, like I said, definitely jealous of the experience y'all got to have with that. And it's funny for me because like I've been collecting for so stinking long, and like really Zilla was like the only person I personally knew that collected like I did at the magnitude that I did, when we started really kind of getting close 2018, 2019. And then because of him, like this is kind of where I'm at, is just getting to meet people, like Dead Man and Rad, and people around in the communities and stuff like this in different circles, and just kind of getting fortunate enough to meet everybody else. And now also via you, like, meeting other folks as well too in the community, whether it's toy tubers or just groups of people, or hell, you've got me. You're the reason why I throw my wallet at Harbinger Studios now. So, you know what I mean? Like it's a whole different experience now, because like I feel like, which was once something, a hobby that I wasn't able, like if somebody would come over to my home, I'd be like, here's my stuff. Look at my stuff. You like my
Right.
stuff? No, you don't really care. Now it's different, because now I've connected with people, and am connecting with people that are passionate about those as well too, whether it's customizing, photography, or just even collecting, right?
Right.
So it's like a whole different kind of experience for me, and it's great because I like meeting new people. So it's perfect. So this has been a lot of fun either way. So for sure. I do want to do one quick thing here, real quick, and I feel like
Okay.
I want to do this service here. I do want to make sure, because I just want to pick your brain a couple things, because this is one of the things that I love that you like to do with me, is speculate on some things. So I want to speculate on somebody's timeline here. I want to get your thoughts. Now, bear with me. I'm not going to be able to see anything because it is going to be um I won't be able to see it. But so tell me if I need to go left or right at some points here. Um,
Okay.
so we got Yar here dropped. What are you hoping for, or what are you speculating? You got any speculations on maybe what Toyland is going to look like? Which, by the way, Elric's are going to be here real soon, which is really exciting too. So
Oh, dude, they had a package sample of him, like,
that's what
and
you were
they had
saying.
it out, and
It's
I
awesome.
wanted to take a picture of it, but at the same time, like, I really wanted to try to save that for you if I could,
Yeah.
because like, if you can manage to just hold off until you see that package in
Mm-hmm.
hand
It's gonna
for
be
the first
tough.
time, yeah, it is, because we want to share. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody wanted to share their blind bags, like,
It's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. I
but
get
yeah.
it. I get it. But
So
I want to hear,
we,
because
yeah.
because before you went, you had some pretty good speculations you threw out for Zolo's Harbinger drop. I want to see if you're going to continue with what you were thinking maybe for that, or if that's changed after now, or what do you think for
So
Toylanta? What are you hoping to
I'm
see?
gonna say this now. I
Hmm.
don't think that figure that you and I, like, that I privately speculated to you,
Uh
I
huh.
don't think it's gonna be a drop figure.
Okay.
I think that it was confirmed for me that it's not gonna be a drop figure.
Okay.
Um, but the Savage Crucible team's amazing, and they share everything they can, but they like to keep the surprises, just like I do. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
it's part of the fun. Um, I will say that Undying one looks really, really close to a done complete figure.
Okay.
And,
Is that
so
the
that's the blue skin guy with the skull. Like, they had his unhelmeted head and then an
hmm
alternate mask for him, and then they had put a belt on him, which I don't know if it's his or not, but like,
hmm
he looked like a done figure on the table, and not just like a prototype
yeah.
or a paint master. So I think he is as done can be. So I think he will either be the Toylanta, or he will be the next one, the
Okay.
which I think is DFW Ishcon,
Yeah. Sled.
or
Yeah.
or
This
something
same
like, yeah.
weekend, right?
Yeah, I think so. But I will tell you, the war horse goes up for pre-order. Dude, she knows. Don't
No,
pretend
no,
like
no,
she
no,
knows.
no, no. It's not that. I just don't want everybody to know about it, so I make sure I get mine.
Hey, you know what? Like, uh, the Savage Crucible team tries to make sure that everybody gets one. They do what they
Mhm,
can. Um,
mhm. Well, yeah, and they're gonna monitor, sounds like that, really close too,
yeah.
so which is great
Yeah.
because I'm gonna be ready. I got an alarm set Friday morning for this, so I'm ready to
Do
go.
you really?
Are you kidding me? I always do that. Shit, I was doing that for like 1 o'clock, like Hasbro Pulse drops back in the day. So,
Oh my
oh
god.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't fuck around, man. I'm getting that fucking horse.
Okay. So I'm gonna do something that I never do. We've got people in the chat. I'm going to be negative. I'm going to be negative for a second, because you
Okay.
brought up the one company that I will be publicly negative about.
Uh oh.
How the fuck are you going to make a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, right? Get all of your diehard fans a vehicle, get them to fucking crowdfund it for you, and then drop it in a different colorway for cheaper later on. Like, that is such fucking bait and switch tactics. Fuck Hasbro. Like, oh
Yeah.
my god, I'm so angry for people that bought that his tank.
Yeah, man.
So angry for all of you that bought your his tank and then had to see that they were going to sell a cheaper version of it after you paid for them to get that mold. Like, they're Hasbro. They don't need your crowdfunding money.
Yeah, I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. I get
Sorry,
it.
there we go.
I'm not a fan. I'm not really. Hey, listen.
Negative for a second. Yeah.
I shit on them every other day left of Monday. So
And they
I'm
own
still
half my
pissed.
childhood.
I
Like,
know. I know. Yeah, that which also sucks. But
yeah.
aren't they doing the licensing out now too of things? Right. That's what they kind of doing
Oh
now,
my
right?
god. Like, yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah.
who
We
knows what
need to
that?
move.
Who knows? Yeah. We need to move on. Yeah, we need to move on. All I want to say is that I was going to get had that fucking Ghost Rider vehicle been cheaper, I was on board. But 250 for that fucker?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Had it been 150,
Yep.
I would have had it day
Yep.
one.
Yep. I get it.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
Anyways, so
Yeah.
so that's what you're thinking there. So now I hate bringing this up because I'm trying not to be one of those folks that's always like, we want a chick or we want a woman or we want a dwarf or we want a short person, whatever. That dwarf is always at those cons, right?
He was not at the con this time.
I thought I saw a picture of him.
No. The Delver, the half dwarf, half goblin was there, but they did not have the dwarf artificer with his blunderbuss. They did not have him there.
Okay.
And so it's weird because, like, I have such a love for dwarves. Like, my OC that I always go to Ren Fair has always been a dwarf. Like, I love short kings, probably because I am under 6 foot tall. But that's the thing is I can wait. I want them to do it right. Same with their female body. I want them to do it right. I want them to figure out the tooling so they can just wear the fuck out of that tooling. Like, I want them to take their time and do it right because, like, all of the waves and all of the drop figures we have gotten so far have been fantastic. Like, that shield of Dazara, like, that was your first figure. That was your first figure, and like, I got to hand deliver that to you, and the first figure you ever held was Como, who was my favorite out of Wave 1, and like, I want them to take their time. I want them to release when they're ready to release, and I want to trust their process because they are. There was a whole bunch of stuff on the table that I did not take pictures of just because I didn't want to speculate with you publicly. I wanted to do it privately, just you and I. Because
I got the website up now.
No, you're good. No, like, because we're not going to speculate on the stuff that I didn't take pictures of. Trust me, you might, but I won't.
Right. Do you think that they'd be bold or cool enough to drop one of the things? Because everybody asks about dwarves, everybody asks about women. Do you think that they would be crazy enough to drop one of those at like a con like that, or do you think that'd be something they would want to announce and like go, be part of a wave or something like that?
So if you look at their history thus far, which I hate saying that, right? I hate saying look at the history, right? But like, Imperial Century was a drop figure, right? And great figure, great paint scheme, right? The parts were available elsewhere, right? Okay. Then you go into the shield and we got some new parts, but the body was all available somewhere else, right? Then Veterus Rapex, new weapons, but the body was available in other parts, other places. Then with the Varnox, couple of new pieces, but like a lot of it we already had base pieces for, just new heads and some really, I mean,
colors.
Shit, dude, the belts, like, I literally bought a third Varnox just to get the accessories like
Mhm,
off of
mhm.
him. Like
Which is
I was
crazy
like,
because there's a lot with just 2 of them too.
right, it is, but like you know me, like when I get something in my brain for a Lazy Boy
Mhm,
custom
mhm.
or even something a little bit, I've got to do it. Like yeah, I don't know what it is. It's some sort of mental disorder that I have that I have to see it through. Um, but I think that the Undying one's a good bet because you're talking new head, maybe a couple of new parts.
Mhm,
I don't think they would do that to us as fans. I
mhm.
don't think they would introduce something so new that they would have the market flood because like you literally saw their post on Monday, I think it was, maybe it was today, but they were like, look, this figure, the Zolo Con figure Brenner, they're like, Brenner Veil is going to be available
Yeah, I think Ren said that.
unless you feel like you
Yeah.
have to have it.
Don't pay those
Please don't
prices right now.
don't don't pay those prices right
Mhm,
now, like because that's the thing is like that it's one of the side effects of having such a large community, but it's still like a really good community.
mhm,
Is we
mhm.
feel like we have to have it now, we have to have it now. Like I was
Yeah.
fully ready to give Rooney my mine and let her paint it. You know what I mean? Because I
Mhm.
know I can get that other one.
Right.
I know I can get it. It's
Yeah.
it's down the road. You know what I mean? Like and so for them to come out and say that, I don't think that we'll see our first female as a drop figure.
Mhm,
You know what I mean? Maybe on the website it would drop first, but I don't think they would
yeah.
drop it at a convention, knowing how much we all want it. I
Mhm.
don't think they would do that with the dwarf because he was shown like the same
Again,
time as
knowing how
Wave
much how
One,
bad
Wave
people
Two,
want
Wave
it, yeah.
Three, and I mean,
Mhm,
I don't think they would do that to us. I think they like doing something cool. I think they like to do surprises because has any drop figure not felt like a surprise? I mean, you and I were pretty close on what we thought the Farnox were going to be when we talked about it.
yeah.
The new parts were a surprise, right? But like when we found out it was brothers and we found out it was a builder pack, like I we speculated and we were pretty right on. There was going to be some swappable parts to
Mhm,
make them look distinct from each other than just a head, and there was probably going to be a couple of new parts, and we were right on the money
mhm,
with
mhm.
that. So,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair perspective. I do want to go to the chat real quick. Dead Man
yeah,
does bring up, he goes kind of going back to the Hasbro. He's not a fan. He says, but there are a few companies out there that crowdfund everything and then reuse is crazy. And by crowdfunding he means take your money and we wait for over a year. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. There
that's
are
true.
several companies that do that, and
Hmm.
I think it's really interesting because like with younger companies, I can kind of pass on that. Like
Hmm.
if Galactic Valor did a Kickstarter for their wave two or whatever, or
Hmm.
the figures that didn't quite get unlocked during their initial Kickstarter, if they went back to Kickstarter, I couldn't blame them for that. Like
Sure.
such a large investment capital. I mean, we talked to independent toy company owners and people that work on those staffs, and they're so open and they're so honest now, for the most part. But yeah, I think it's okay with younger, newer companies, but like once you have established yourself in the market and people are there,
Hmm.
like you don't need to crowdfund. Like
Yeah,
you,
time to yeah, kind of switch yourself over
right.
differently. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Abby says, I think she's following up with what was being said, which is true. But I think the key component here is that the it's advertised as Hasbro exclusive, and the other release was cheaper, which is not cool. Yeah, that's fair too.
Yeah.
It's accurate.
Good point, Curtis. Most of those companies, aren't publicly traded with billions of dollars, right? And
Hmm.
that's why I don't give Hasbro the pulse, and I went a little toxic on it because like they
Right.
literally made us as fans pay for a mold, telling us it was exclusive, and then they're like, oh, but in the original color, but here's Arctic for cheaper.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Right on. Well, and fair enough, Dead Man. Fair enough. I know Dead Man's definitely got. He's always got thoughts, and I always appreciate that he does as well. So I always appreciate everybody's opinion and perspective or thoughts and expertise, even I would say. So, um, Well, awesome, dude. So yeah, I think more than anything, like I know everybody's really into the and just kind of to kind of bring it home here with you know look at the outlook with all these drop figures that Harbinger's doing this year. Crazy, wild, exciting. I know everybody. I can also kind of say that I kind of would like a woman figure as well too, but I lean more. I think me and you probably both in that same thing. Like we want like a Frazetta female really bad. But I
So,
think it
so
would make sense if they did like a Harbinger version of a lady first before they maybe did a you know Frazetta
so
female
Rooney
character.
Rooney is really, really like she's clamoring for Huntress. Like they
Yeah,
want Huntress so damn
that's the
bad.
one I really want to
Yep.
honestly.
And for me, like I don't care if it's a Frazetta,
Yeah.
or if it's a Savage Crucible original IP. Like I said, let's give them time. Let's see what they cook up, and let's have fun with this hobby. Like let's not stress ourselves out about what is supposed to at the end of the day be enjoyable.
Right, right, right. That ain't worth it. I got enough other things I got to stress about. But I will say, if I had to say anything when it comes to something I would love to see Harbinger do is some sort of elven race because, as you know, I'm a big elven guy. So
Right,
I want an elven race more than I mean. Don't get me wrong. I love dwarves. Dwarves are great,
right,
but
right.
for me, I'm always the elven guy. So
So
would
when
love
are
to
you and I
see
gonna go and buy a Legolas and Gimli suit
one of
and we'll
these
trick or
days.
treating together?
Well, yeah, that
Yeah,
thing. Yeah,
yeah.
it's a great idea. It's a great idea. I don't know that
You
I
think
would
we could
really.
talk Drastin into being Aragorn?
Uh, he's too grumpy for that. But and actually, that would might fit early on Strider because when you
Right,
think like,
early on Strider,
yeah,
like
yeah, he was
I am
definitely
no king, like yeah.
right, right. He was definitely very like emo and annoyed with the fact he was dealing with the hobbits and the prancing pony. So yeah,
Did
yeah,
you know he broke his toe right there?
yeah, yeah. He kicked when he kicked, he kicked the helmet or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, sure do. Well, awesome. No, again, I appreciate doing this and hanging out. I know you was actually your idea, like, hey, should we do a World According to Tone post Zolo Con? I'm like, good idea. So, um, no, that's awesome. We appreciate everybody popping in here tonight for sure. First of all, if this is your first time here, please mash that subscribe, give us a like, and leave a comment or share, follow if you're listening to posts, whatever that looks like too. But before I get too deep into the long outro, I want to make sure that you get a chance to also kind of promo throw out there what you've got going on and who you're with and all that fun stuff too.
Yeah, you got it. So Jay Hova on Instagram, Jay Hova on Facebook, and uh, working on doing a lot more toy content on my Instagram and on my Facebook. And then I am a proud member of Seven Dungeons. Every Monday night we do a D&D live stream. And I will tell you right now, if you want to see me struggle playing my character, next Monday will be the day to watch because I don't know how I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
do what I need to do. But it'll be fun, and it's always good, not only character development, but personality development. Just like
Mm-hmm.
this hobby. Like,
Right.
we grow as characters and we grow as people. So,
Yeah. No, that is true. That is true.
so
Good thoughts there.
catch us Monday night, 7 p.m. right here on YouTube and Twitch, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
And then sometime this month, I haven't got a date down. It gets a little bit different here, but the next dungeon banter we're going to do here, I'm planning to connect with one of the community members that does customs in the Savage Crucible community. We're gonna see what that works out. I'm gonna talk to Jay more a little bit about that. Might have to try to navigate the day because of his work schedule, but hopefully we can get that planned out too. So I'll try to get that ironed out by the end of the week for sure a date, as well for March is next episode of Dungeon Banter, which will be exciting. So, other than that, as far as the normal updates for Banter and Babble, dude's been doing a lot of streamings. You can catch him, I believe, the next couple nights after tonight. No, I mean tomorrow night and Friday. He's been doing the new marathon game, and he's been doing the new Resident Evil game. So he's out there doing that and getting some touch on some of these new games, which is really great. Some good stuff to watch those. So be on the lookout for that.
It's really
Don't
fun to watch our counterparts play video games together on Wednesday nights. Like
Yeah, it
it's
is.
so
They and
fun
they tend to link up a lot too,
yeah,
so they play a
yeah.
lot of the same stuff. But um, don't forget, of course, Wednesday nights, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. You can catch Deadman and the Toy Mercs. That's always a fun conversation. The last few have been a lot of laughs. Make sure to tune in for that. It's a good time as well.
Thank you for
Um,
introducing me to that stream, by the way. It
yeah,
is
yeah,
so fun. I just put it on
yeah,
in the background and listen while I do
yeah.
stuff around the
It's
house.
hilarious.
And every once in a while, I have to like glance over the TV to see what is so funny.
Yeah, man, they're they're
Yeah.
they're they're doing some good stuff over there. I continue to always say that highlighting community members that are doing photography out there under 1,000 follows on Instagram is just an absolutely brilliant segment to do and a way to uplift the community. So always hats off to that. As far as World Makers Consortium, no show this Friday. It sounds like Rad actually has a band gig, so kudos to him on that as well. Out there playing his music. But this is the last week. By Friday, maybe Saturday, we'll see. Have your Joust character in. We don't know the start date yet of the Joust, but get your character in. If you're Jehovah, get your character in by the end of the week. And then, of course, lastly for me, let's set the tone this Saturday, 11 a.m. I'm going to have Bearded Builds on. It's going to be fun. It'll be the second Canadian I'll have talking and throwing questions at. So we'll see how this goes. But I'm looking forward to hearing about his journey recently within the toy community, and of course his artwork, doing the laser etchings and stuff that he does is pretty gnarly. So, but that's going to do it for all this fun stuff. Jay, once again, my friend, I appreciate you. We do this well. I'm just gonna say it right. We have a good
How do
time.
I do it? Like, how do
Yeah,
you
yeah. I don't know. Oh, hey, Famine's out there.
famine?
Famine may be doing some painting streams. So if you're not following Famine there in the chat, make sure to follow Famine. A lot of times on Tuesdays, he gets a chance out there and paint. So make sure to give him some love to another member of the World Makers Consortium. So, um, but I appreciate everybody. Hope you all have a good night. Hopefully, we'll be around soon. I don't know when the next episode of Word According to Tone will be around. It's a mouthful even for me, but I got a feeling you might be seeing it more sooner than later these days. So appreciate y'all. Talk real soon.